Hello, Diksha, let us start so that we'll have more time for Professor Lele to speak as well as
Okay.
for people to ask questions at the end.
Yes. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to CSMB. So today's session is technology transfer, and our speaker for today is Professor Smita Lele, ma'am. Welcome, ma'am. And everyone, please mute your mic and video. And if you have any question, put it in the chat box. We'll have a Q&A session at the end. Thank you.
Thanks, Diksha. So before I introduce Professor Lele, I would also like to talk a little bit about the chamber. We were fortunate to have Girish Chitare sir as our chief guest for the launch of our chamber yesterday. And we also had Professor Lele as well as Dr. Prabodh Halde as guest of honor. So let me give a brief about the chamber, the reason behind forming the chamber, what are the activities that we plan to do before we get into the topic of the day. So as you can see, we are based out of Mumbai. We have an office in BKC next to Family Court, and we are available on all the social media sites, and we have our own YouTube channel where even today's lecture will be recorded and posted for future access as well. So we also request all of you to visit our social media pages and like them, share them, retweet them in any possible way that you could. So the vision and mission that with which our chamber was formed is primarily to work with MSMEs, and of course recently even startups have been included as part of MSMEs. So startups as well as small, medium enterprises, all of them, to work on advancement of them. So we want to work closely with all stakeholders and help MSMEs grow. Also make them more and more resilient, because we saw that during COVID especially, MSMEs was the sector which was hit probably the most. So we want to make them more and more resilient, and they are already the backbone, but make it a much stronger backbone of our Indian economy. Some numbers, some data points, so that we keep talking about MSMEs, but let us also look at some of the numbers that MSMEs actually contribute almost 30% to our Indian GDP. So that's a substantial number. And even most of the bigger companies always have MSMEs as their suppliers. So you may look at some of the MNCs or really large companies, but their suppliers, their vendors, even their distributors, retailers. So both side of the chain, value chain or supply chain, they have a lot of MSMEs associated with them. Of the total exports that India did last year, almost 48% is from MSMEs. And in fact, and it employs almost 11 crore people. In fact, few days back, a couple of months back, Honorable Minister Shri Nitinji Gadkari mentioned that already MSME is contributing 30%, but he wants it to grow to 40%, and the contribution to export to grow from 48% to 60%, which is definitely possible. And with that reason is why this chamber was formed, with that vision in mind. The MSME sector is also expected to add almost 5 crore jobs in next 5 years. So we founded this chamber at the height of pandemic, and in order to take a lot of our MSME entrepreneurs who start a business but not necessarily have the vision or the mindset to go all the way up to the IPO. So we want to help MSME entrepreneurs to achieve the next level of success. Some of our objectives have been that we want to represent MSME in various forums, whether it's government committees, government bodies, bureaucratic committees. We also want to empower farmers to become entrepreneurs. In fact, yesterday Girish Chitare sir mentioned that farmers were the first entrepreneurs. And what is an entrepreneur? Is basically who creates something in excess of what he needs. So farmer was one of the first ones to basically produce more than he actually needs, and then he barters it or trades it in exchange for some of the other services. So but unfortunately the farmers have forgotten to be an entrepreneur, and that is also something that we want to focus as part of our chamber. We also want to bring the convergence of various stakeholders. So we have academics, academic institutes, we have research institutes, we have so many different government schemes that are out there, so, different policies, different stakeholders. But we want to be that platform where different stakeholders can interact. And in fact, today's session and this whole technology transfer series is based on that institutes like ICT, then the likes of NIFTEM or even BRC have developed a lot of research, have developed a lot of technologies that can actually be transferred to SMEs or to startups. So in next few sessions, like today is the first technology transfer session on March 2nd, the Tuesday. In the following Tuesdays, you will see on March 9th, we're bringing an expert in the seafood area. On March 16, NIFTEM, which is a college established by Ministry of Food Processing up in Kundli near Delhi, will be showcasing the 34 different technologies that are available for transfer. Followed by BRC will be showcasing on March 23rd, and on March 30th, most likely IIFPT Thanjavur will be showcasing their technologies. So we are trying to bring different stakeholders. Tomorrow we have a series on knowledge series. On Thursdays we'll be having series on finance. So different stakeholders will be available for you, especially entrepreneurs or wannabe entrepreneurs, so that they can have a much more gain in knowledge in different parts of different aspects of their business. We also want to help MSMEs build their capacity, build their human capital through training and development. In fact, one of the takeaways from yesterday's opening was we will come up with Udemy kind of a portal where we'll have a lot of small courses or small certificate courses or even small modules which will be available for easy download, and for you to, whenever you have time or you want to learn a specific topic, you can always download or view it online. So that's another thing we are planning to launch pretty soon. We are also wanting to do a lot of study tools, do strategic tie-ups. In fact, if you see even um, today's flyer, already AFST Mumbai as well as NetProfan has volunteered to partner with us for today's initiative. On our team, we already have, and it's growing. In fact, the official launch was yesterday, so we are still growing and we'll try and bring in more and more people on our advisory board as well as management team. But we are very fortunate to have Professor Smita Lele, who's here today, as well as Dr. Prabodh Halde and Dr. Prakash Kondekar on our advisory board. And our management team, Mr. Umesh Kamre, who's the backbone of our chamber, as well as I think Mr. Prashant Naigaonkar also I think is here, who's very versatile in the field of finance. Mr. Ajit Kasar, who has spent 30 years in sales marketing. Mr. Sachin Kumboje, who's managing an accelerator up down in Kolhapur. So, and Anup Kulkarni, who's also doing a fantastic job in Aurangabad and Marathwada area. So we don't want to just focus on Mumbai and food industry. We're trying to grow pan India as well as across sectors other than food as we evolve as a chamber. Like I mentioned, on Mondays, we will have a series where we'll try to bring in different entrepreneurs. Some of you may have attended yesterday's program, and it will soon be uploaded on YouTube by end of today, where we had Girish Chittare sir from BG Chittare Dairy, and he spoke about the evolution of Chittare Dairy over a period of last 81 years. And he kept saying that even though we are 81 years old, in many a times we are like a startup. When we launch a new product, when we launch new technology, we are still a startup. So it was interesting to hear from him that even an 81-year-old company has startup kind of mindset. On Tuesdays, like I mentioned earlier, we will be focusing more on technology transfer. In the month of March, focus is on food industry. On Wednesdays, in fact, tomorrow we have an expert who has worked as a advisor to Government of India, to the SFAC, and he will be talking about how the future of farmer producer organization, FPOs or FPCs will be, how they can avail different schemes. He will be talking about it tomorrow. And on Thursday, we have a chartered accountant, Maheshwar Marathe, who will be talking about different schemes, especially the recent schemes that we have been hearing about, the likes of performance linked, or Atmanirbhar. So he'll be talking about the 10 recent developments in different government schemes and policies. And the same series will be followed. And I'm sure now that you're connected with us, you'll get details about the lectures that will happening throughout the month of March. We are also in talks with a couple of colleges to be co-partnering for incubation center, one in Mumbai and one in Kolhapur. And we were also planning to have a buyer seller meet, an online buyer seller meet, probably on the second Saturday or the third Saturday of March, where we'll try to bring in large distributors across Mumbai and Maharashtra, as well as some category managers from modern trade, and even some merchant exporters. So we will try to showcase 8 to 10 startups with their products in front of these buyers. So it will be actual, hopefully business will actually happen. We just don't want to do the things for the sake of it. We want SMEs to actually get a business. Like I said, there are many benefits of becoming a member of our chamber, and we have a fantastic board which is ever growing. We will be offering a lot of programs for free or for subsidized rate, or subsidized rate for our partner organizations. We are in talks with many agencies as well as bodies like APEDA, EIC, ITCFSAN, to have an MOU in place. So their programs will also be offered at a subsidized rate to our members, and also access to our office in BKC. You can hold your own meetings or your team meetings or even your um, client meetings if they have need to happen in Mumbai. So a lot of different benefits, and as we evolve and based on your feedback, we'll try to get more and more benefits in. We have tried to keep the membership fee to the minimum because our aim is not to make it burdensome on our members. So most of us probably who are attending here are in 5 crores or less turnover, so or we can classify them as micro. So the annual fee is only 2500 and it's valid for 12 months from the date of you signing up. So it's not like a calendar year or a financial year. It's basically for 365 days. And we also would like to bring in students and farmers as an affiliate members if they wish to become members. So with that, if anybody has any questions, feel free to, this is my phone number and my email address. So feel free to reach out to me anytime in future. And I'll be always happy. I have my team here. Diksha is here. Diksha Shetty. Also have Prajakta, who will always be available to answer any of the questions that you may have. So with that background given, I would like to now welcome our guest for today and our speaker for today, Professor Smita Lele. And I would like to give a brief introduction to her. And just one second. Probably most of us know her, and that's one of the reasons why I'm seeing a much bigger crowd than we had yesterday. So as Professor Smita Lele has over 40 years of experience in food technology, especially in fruit and vegetable processing. And she'll be talking about most of the technologies that she has developed. She's currently serving as the Emeritus Professor of Eminence with Institute of Chemical Technology, ICT Mumbai, or famously called as UDCT. Post her retirement as the Director of ICT Mumbai Marathwada campus at Jalna. She retired on 31st December 2020. She has 125 international publications, many books, and 3 patents. She has guided more than 100 masters plus PhD students. Some of her major awards in the last 10 years have been fellowships of Maharashtra Academy of Sciences, Biotech Research Society of India, AFST, Association of Food Scientists and Technologists India, and Indian Chemical Society. She's also has been awarded with the UDCT Distinguished Alumnus Award. She has also won a Vasvik Award and Zee Marathi Award called Unsa Maza Zoka in 2016. So with this, I would like to warmly welcome Professor Smita Lele to deliver her talk for today. We are at 6:17, so ma'am, you can take 35-40 minutes and maybe last 5 to 10 minutes. And if need be, we can extend the session for any Q&A.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, I have my session divided into 3 parts. Uh, just, just like how we start everything with a prarthana to Sri Ganesh. And coincidentally, today is Tuesday, and today is Angaraki. So I think Nilesh and his team, they are doing a wonderful job, and they have chosen Tuesday as the day for technology transfer series lectures. So it's a very good idea. So all my presentations, I always start with praise or praying to my alma mater, Institute of Chemical Technology, because all my degrees, bachelor, master's, and PhD in chemical engineering is from that UDCT ICT. And whatever I have achieved, I think it's all because of my institute and my students and my gurus. And so the first part is very short, which just gives a glimpses of ICT, which perhaps many of you might be already knowing that. So it has a glorious history of almost 87 years. And the point which I want to bring out here is uh, the culture
Ma'am,
of
you want to share
learning.
the screen, right? Sorry,
Oh, sorry.
yeah,
Yeah.
I will make you the
Okay.
host. Or,
You can share?
1 second, let me try. I don't have your presentation.
Okay. Post disable participants sharing
No,
screen.
I've enabled it.
Hmm. I'm not able to see what I want to show. Yes. Can you see? Can you see my screen?
Not yet.
I have shared it actually. Can you see the second presentation?
Yes, we can see this.
Okay. So
Holistic.
it's okay. This is the second part. Actually, I have three parts, so maybe the first part it has not taken. Let me try once more. What about now? Can you see?
No, you'll have to stop sharing and then.
Okay, it's okay. Let the second part be shared. It doesn't matter. The point what I am saying is uh, preparing, that is making entrepreneur is in the genes of ICT, and many first generation entrepreneurs have started, and I was lucky that I could work as the founder director in their new center at Marathwada, Jalna. And even there, the vision mission, one of the focus is creating entrepreneurs. So we always say, be a job giver rather than a job seeker. And so I really want to express my gratitude. Now I come to the main part of the technology transfer. Can you see the first slide? Holistic approach.
Yes, we can see.
Yeah.
You can do full screen if you want, F5 or.
Yes, I'll do
other-
that. Okay.
Yes.
And so
Perfect.
here I'm going to share few success stories. We have our own brand, Just Sip Fruit Time, which is a fruit, a non-grape wine, and also Just Eat. I think Just Sip is most popular, it's more than 10 years old, and we call it drinking vegetables. It's not soup, it is much more than soup. Now, here what I want to emphasize is the videos on the technologies I have already uploaded. Please note that my free YouTube channel is Dr. Smita Lele, Dr. Smita Lele. You just search for Dr. Smita Lele on YouTube. You will get about 45 videos which I have uploaded, of which there are at least 4 or 5 on dehydration and even wine making. Some of them are both in Marathi and English. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time here, but the focus of our group, that is my students, I have over 100 students, of which more than a dozen students have worked on developing novel technologies. So what we were trying to focus in this work is, we found that a small scale producer making product is not so difficult, but selling is difficult and making profit is very difficult. So it is not becoming economically viable. So when I studied certain success stories, I didn't really find many of Kokand. I found that many times the machinery is too specific. Many times the plant doesn't work for the whole time. And even if you take a case like, say, Alfonso mango, such an expensive commodity, when they process and use the pulp, they are not doing anything with the seeds and with the skin. So this model will not work unless you utilize the whole part. And so that is what we try to keep in our sustainable technology development things. And for your information, mango seeds can be converted into wonderful biscuits. We have worked on that. And of course, it has fat which is equal, which can be a substitute for cocoa butter. But unless you have a collection center, because for such products like cocoa butter, you need tons of stone at one location. So that really doesn't work. So we try to focus on SME. So we have developed simpler products. Don't try to make a very high tech. You can just make pectin from the skin, or you can use the seed, the magaj of the seed as a substitute for part of the refined flour and make biscuits. And then the self fat which is there in the seed, it's very good bakery fat because you need higher molecular things. So for sustainability, we tried to use complete utilization. So that was our focus. So in this, you can say simple technology, multi-process equipment, and then try to utilize whole thing. Another thing I found in Konkan visit some few years back is many of them don't do anything for 11 months. So you must have your project based on running for 12 months. Even during our fruit wine we experienced, we were focusing on jamun and mango, but we found that our plant is just vacant after December. And that's why then we developed even strawberry and pomegranate wines, because that's the season. So this is that learning what I'm trying to give. We tried to work on this. So have multiple product range and complete utilization. So in short, all our technologies try to have inclusive growth, farmer, processor, consumer, and society. The reason why I've said society is we are making all green products. So all the waste is utilized, and that's why society is happy, in the sense there is no waste generated. Because if you see, when you are purchasing mango or even koala or strawberry doesn't have much waste, but say cauliflower, we are paying for the whole thing. So how can we throw the stem or the seeds or the skin or the leaves of cauliflower? That will straightway double the cost of raw material part, because which is only say 50% edible part. So I must make product from everything. So I will have multiple benefits of that. I will have some simple products. Sometimes if I'm lucky, I can get a special product also. And I'm not generating any waste. And whatever I have purchased, I have paid for it. I have paid for the scheme. I must make something. It cannot be a kachra coming out of the factory. So these are the 4 things. And then if you try to, farmers have become very smart, which is a very good thing. So you must treat them as your partner. So we have a positive MOU. I don't think many people had such MOU 5 years back when we signed. People do have this backward farming, but we have a positive thing, that is, if the farmer gets higher value in the market, we have said 4 rupees per kg of dudhi, if he gets even 4 rupees 10 paisa, and if he wants to sell it in the market, he has complete freedom. There is no compulsion that he has to come to Satara in our plant for this Just Sip, Just Eat and Big Meal, and he has to sell it there. So it's a positive thing. So naturally, they have worked, more than 200 farmers are working with that young entrepreneur for last 4 years. They're very happy, because even if the market falls, we are getting they are getting the same price. So the farmer is happy. So unless all the stakeholders. Now similarly for processor, many times people think that, oh, processor is making, people means common consumer, is making lot of money. But of course, business is supposed to make money. That's the primary objective. It's not charity. Otherwise, if he is bankrupt, he will stop. Then the farmers will lose, the people working with him will lose, and the consumer who was liking that product, and particularly special products like nutraceutical, functional, which is the need of the day today. Everybody is looking for it, so they don't mind paying if it is a fair price. And so processor also must make profit. So this is all our products, food products are healthy, tasty. Many times people think anything healthy means it has to be tasteless. That's wrong. Please come to my house for a simple lunch, and I can guarantee you that you can make healthy and tasty and yet convenient food and affordable. And so we are doing that. I'm very happy to share with you that the small entrepreneur Trilok Food, I think he's partly responsible for me to get the Zee Marathi Unsa Maza Zoka award. He has been struggling for 5 years, but Corona has happened a blessing for him indirectly because he has crossed 1 crore turnover in last 6 months because his products like Moong Dal, Khichdi, Aluchi Patra Bhaji and the range of products are chosen to be given to the patients because they are healthy, they are tasty, they are convenient and they are affordable. It is like home food. It is not like a restaurant food. And so it is good for giving. And then the basic advantage of these products is it has 12-month shelf life without addition of any chemical or preservative. It's because of the science. And so it's like aseptic processing in the liquid form. So this becomes retort processing for the solids and slurries. And so the food which was going waste, because if the government gives order for fresh food, either sometimes they found that there are suddenly more patients, so the food is in shortage, or suddenly the patient number changes, and so the food was going waste. So this biggest problem, and this is also a problem of national uh, importance. We have been talking of post-harvest losses, which is the worst thing. In Marathi, it is said, की माजू नाहीये, पण माजलं तर खाऊन माजा, टाकून माजू नका. That means whatever is produced in our country, it should not go waste. It should reach human mouth. And so if the cooked food is wasted because there was no taker, it is a crime. It's a societal crime in our country. We should not throw food. And so our product, when it was chosen, that fifth point, which I have not written here, that it has also contributed to food security. We are not wasting the product. So the key to success, what we have been working in my group is holistic. See the spelling, I have said W. That is complete utilization. So few case studies, I will give all the details. I won't give. As I have said, even in YouTube, you can see it or you can write to me. My email ID is drsmitalele@gmail.com, dr.smita.lele. Or you can write to the chamber also. So these three things are put here, like even kohala, then cauliflower, which has lot of waste. I've just given a flow sheet here. So if you just purchase 1000 kgs kohala, you are using 750 edible with water and you are wasting 250, from which we got seeds, we got peel, and only 50 kg we could not use. So from 1000 we are spending, we are throwing 50 kg instead of 250 kg, and 200 kg was converted. And I want you to look at the peel wax. You will get only 1 kg wax, but 1 kg wax will give you 1000 rupees because it's edible wax. We have also done dipping of strawberries in that, and we got more shelf life. So just like Carnauba wax, which is imported in our country, this ash gourd peel wax, in fact, that's why it is also called wax gourd. Kohala, white pumpkin, I call it nature's Tetra Pak. After harvesting, if you don't cut it, it can stay for 6 months. And that's why in olden days, in all rural areas, they used to keep it hanging in the house. The reason was if there is drought or something and they don't get anything to eat, one whole day or 2 days, the whole family can eat kohala, or same thing for kashi fal, that is red pumpkin. That's why they शिंकाळ्याला टांगून ठेवायचे, so that it doesn't get spoiled because of that contact with soil and its own weight. So it is nature's Tetra Pak, 6 month shelf life uncut. But if you cut it in 6 hours, it will spoil. We have published more than 4 papers on this for preservation, minimally processing. This can be also a free product. It's in free domain. You don't have to come to ICT for tech transfer. You can give that kohala, because when I'm saying everybody should eat small quantity of kohala every day, buying it fresh every day is not possible. So if I can get minimally processed kohala, which I can keep in my fridge because of partial dehydration, cut kohala, and 15-day shelf life through cold chain, I'm buying it, then I can eat it every day, 2 pieces. And in fact, it has many other benefits which we have not harvested. Like it is very good, conducive for women who want to conceive. And it's a big problem in today's modern society and educated women who have a lot of stressful life, particularly those working in software and all. So wonderful products can be made, but we have to really use it. Another one is cauliflower. This work I did 15 years back. Then I had stopped it because we got wonderful calcium preparation from the leaves, but most of the time lot of pesticide is used, insecticide is used on leaf. But if one can use organically grown cauliflower, you can sell the minimally processed cauliflower as fresh cauliflower, the whole thing, but without leaves. And you can use these leaves and you can make products. We can make even, we can separate protein. When I did that work, some people were laughing at me because vegetarian protein was looked low. This is Western thinking. Have you ever think that one of the wild animal who is very strong, elephant, is vegetarian? I'm not against non-veg, but that doesn't mean that vegetarian is bad. You can take any protein which is of your choice. And same thing for tame animals. The strongest muscular power, horse, and horse eats chana. So vegetarian protein is also very good. Of course, red animal origin proteins are good. I'm not saying it's bad. So if we can convert, and all the vegetables will have some proteins, and many times some vegetarian proteins, people have not bothered about it. For example, moong. Why Ayurveda always says take moong dal? Because it doesn't have allergens. People can have soya allergy. It's very common. They can have chana dal allergy, but you cannot have moong dal allergy. You can have difficulty of digestion with tur dal in old age, but nobody. That's why moong dal khichdi is the classical example of food given to the patients. Do you see what I'm saying? Combination of traditional wisdom with modern science. Another work which we have done is
Ma'am,
on
can you accept few
yeah,
people who entered? I'm sorry to
Yeah.
cut you off.
yes.
We have
If
got
you go
some.
to participants at the bottom, because you are the host now, if you go to participants, you'll see some in the waiting room. So if you do admit all,
Yes, 14 people are waiting.
yes. So if you can keep an eye, maybe after every 5, 10
Who I
minutes.
have to do?
Yeah, you have to admit all.
So
Oh,
there is another option where, when before starting the Zoom, you can remove that tick mark, which always admits everyone without,
yes,
people
Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
admit.
we are
Are
aware
they
of that.
admitted now?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Yeah, because don't expect the speaker to do that. I was seeing that, but I was not aware that I am supposed to
Yeah,
admit.
because you are the host now, so it's
Okay. Acha, acha. ठीक है. So all those who have joined late, welcome. And I will just reiterate two things. Lot of technologies which we have developed in my group. We work on complete utilization of whatever fruit or vegetable we have purchased. That's point number one. Point number two, you can visit my free YouTube channel, Dr. Smita Lele, Dr. Smita Lele, and 2 or 3 actual videos of some of the technologies like dehydration of dudi or tomato or retort or wine, non-grape wine. We have put educational um videos, films on that, and you can also directly contact me. So now I'm coming after this, my initial talk, I'm coming to some of the success stories from my group. This I already mentioned few things about how in Corona his products have been used. Again, 11 people are waiting.
yeah. If you can let them in.
No, but where is that thing? Not there. Next time, second thing you can say is you can ask for presentation so that you can share it. It is boss. ये ना काय बोलत. Where are they? Have admitted. Yes, नाही ते. माझं ते दुसरं पण दाखवण्याचं. हा, ठीक. Yeah, so this technology was transferred is 2014. Some of you heard me that 5 years this boy was struggling. You can see him here, sitting here, Mr. Gaurang. And Dr. Anil Kakodkar had come because This technology was developed with some funding from state government, Rajiv Gandhi Science and Technology Commission, RGSTC. And now I say, as I have told you, that now he has reached his break even during Corona, because his product is chosen by Pune municipality for giving to the patients. So these are some of the pictures. These are dry products, drinking vegetable, as I mentioned. This is one slide which in short will shows, see, the modern thinking for nutrition is particularly for anti-aging, you need to take lot of antioxidants. So colored vegetables and colored fruits, they should be consumed. 5 different fruits and 5 different colors should be consumed every day. Now, this is not practical, in fact. So we should have some products, because every day we cannot have combination. So see here, fresh palak, green color, carrot, dudhi, tomato, beet. So you are getting almost 150 grams of vegetables if you can take just sip palak and just sip tomato 1 glass per day. These are dry products, 7 gram each, which is to be dispersed to 70 ml, like soup, but we call it drinking vegetable because its soup is appetizer. After soup, you take full meal. Here you will get a feeling of quenching hunger because we are adding in that some moong dal or some other dal. So it is like you don't like to eat vegetable, drink them. You don't like to eat dal, have with our drinking vegetable. It's like that. So just with 2 cups of just sip drinking vegetables, you are getting 150 grams of 5 different vegetables. Next slide. You will see the reason why they are so good, because we are using trade right products. So spray dried has lot of maltodextrin dilution effect. So I've just shown here Just tomato and other brands. The thick variety has some vitamin A. Others do not have because they have tomato color and tomato flavor. They don't have tomato nutrition benefits. So look at vitamin A, beta carotene, or even carotene, like other carrot lycopenes. You will find them only in this product because it is 100% vegetable. These are some of the USPs. I can skip that. These are some of the marketing attempts. Then this is the retorted product. This boy has put his own brand, Big Meal. As you are aware, ICT is an educational institute. We are more keen that the technology, what is developed by many of us, reaches the society, reaches the industry. Somebody uses it. Brand making is not our objective. So he has made his own brand, which is okay. And as I mentioned, right hand side, you will see the big consignment going as an institutional packaging. He has snack products also developed. Then coming to the fruit wine, it's a Section 8 company. The original plant was developed as a demo plant. We are already conducting trainings there. My student, Sai, first generation entrepreneur, she just completed her MTech. She's from that area. And Nilesh, they are there. And another student of mine, Deepak, he's also closely involved. He just finished his MTech yesterday. So our initial tanks of non-grape wines were only 500 liters each. This was inaugurated in 2016. You are again seeing Dr. Anil Kakodkar, because this technology also, some money I was given from the state government of Maharashtra. And then we have put up the second part. You are seeing my guru Padma Bhushan JB Joshi on the right hand side. And 2019 January, we have now a total capacity as 12,000. It was like public-private partnership, 50-50 investment. And similarly, even in Satara, I got some money from DST. And that boy who has started, he has taken loan 50-50 and some acknowledgement in various format. So 4 wins is what I would say is my mantra here. Now, recent awards we can skip. Now, the reason I have that third thing which I want to do, open झालेला. The reason why I have made my एकदम पहिल्यांदा my presentation in 3 different parts. I thought Since I am a teacher and I have made entrepreneurs. I have not become entrepreneur myself. And most of you are already entrepreneurs, but there is always scope to make it more successful. So I thought, let me quickly go through few of my ideas. Who can become entrepreneur? What are basic qualities, and how we can maybe work on what is lacking, maybe by a team or by symbiotic team. So just one table here, that one worker's time value, if it is 3, then for entrepreneur, sky's limit. The book doesn't give. For IT, it says 1272. So if I'm paying, just take some unit, $3 to a worker, I will pay $1,272 to an IT person for per hour. But entrepreneur, no limit. So of course, then there are certain quotients I have defined. Some are very common, but I have added PQ, physical quotient. Unless you have a healthy body, you cannot do anything. IQ, EQ, everybody knows. So I have just put it together as what our Chancellor, Dr. Mashelkar always says, happiness index. So let's see HQ. So unless everybody is happy in that whole chain. So it is like electric circuit. To get the bulb light, everything has to be in its place. But for failure, that is no light on any one reason. So if that entrepreneur is not successful, it is not just because the product was not good, marketing was not good, anything. Sometimes the working capital could be an hurdle. Particularly SME food industry, let me tell you, working capital is almost equal to the investment of equipment, which is very, very high. Nowhere in other business, like in chemical industry, is only 15%. But my investment may be 100 crore and I operate in 15 crores. But here I invest 1 crore and I need operation 50 lakhs to 1 crore because order aa rahi hai. I'm buying in cash, but I have to give credit and lots of things which Nilesh will give. But then the point is, failure could be also because of one small thing that one fuse has got. So that should not happen. That's the reason I'm giving. So risk taking ability, and some students who want to become entrepreneur, please become member and remain in touch with this chamber so that you can listen to things. Risk taking ability, leadership, team worker. There are famous examples that some leaders are like egg become hard in boiling environment. Some are like tomato become soft. Some are like sugar. I feel you need 3 in 1 depending on situation, planning, multitasking. Then for students, a question: can we make entrepreneur? Yes, we can. So please write to me. Little bit on Women's Day is coming, so I have some slides on that which I'm skipping. So if this is a quick graph, if you see IQ, EQ, for becoming successful entrepreneur, you have to be in this quadrant. And I'm sure if you're here, you can come here. If you're here, also you can move like this. If you're here, you can move like this. So this is where we have to come. So we have to be in the win-win. There are many mantras. I have written a book also, which is available on Book Ganga. This is the second part. So first one is Shantpanacha Shambar Goshti. Students are trying to take a staircase and go high up. In places like ICT, or good mentors can give you just a balloon and then you can fly high up very easily. Okay, then there, I had made some slides. I could not show it probably. So the example which I want to give at end is in Marathi. There is a saying ki gazrachi pungi वाजली तर वाजली नाहीतर मोडून खाल्ली. This is not acceptable to me. Gazrachi pungi, first of all, वाजलीच पाहिजे if I have started an entrepreneurship. But if that idea is not good, let me modify. So I will make gajar halwa and sell it, and I will get more money than perhaps the pungi also. So this is the message I want to give. Gazrachi pungi, वाजली तर वाजली, नाहीतर मोडून खाल्ली नाही, नाहीतर गाजर हलवा केला. I converted into high value product, carrot halwa, and I sold carrot halwa. So thank you very much, and please ask me questions if you have any questions.
Ma'am, I'm from Bangalore,
Yes.
and now you're there in Mumbai. How can is there any opportunity here that we can explore? I'm
Yes.
sure you must be having people across India. Thank you so much for the presentation. It was excellent. Sorry.
Thank you. Now I have settled in Pune because I have retired. I'm not staying in Mumbai anymore for climate sake. But of course, you can contact Nilesh. They have some other teams also, Umesh and them, Farm to Fork and all. They can help you. And if you want ICT technology, you can directly contact me. We can work out together. But in general, also, if you want any guidance, it can be worked out. I don't think it is difficult.
Thank you,
Because
ma'am. If you can
sometimes it's
share your
just a
number,
small idea which is important, which is stopping you.
kindly share the number before you leave the thing, ma'am, so we can get in touch with you,
Yes,
because
so I can
the place
repeat
where I
right
have
now. My email ID is drsmitalele@gmail. So doctor as dr dot smita dot lele@gmail.com. And for chamber, I think Nilesh, you can show your slide again.
Yeah, and
Dr.
your
Smita.
email address, yeah, your email is already in the chat box.
Yeah, you can give your mobile, or they want, you can share my mobile also. But I want them to come through you only. That's better. As far as my technology, because you may not know he's my son, so that's the reason. Okay.
Thank you so much for the presentation, ma'am. Ma'am, I wanted to ask you that what is the role being played by technologies like machine learning or artificial intelligence or automation in the sector of food currently, ma'am? And what are the scopes if we want to use those technologies and
Yes,
implement them?
very good. See, it is, see, as far as control part is concerned, it is required. And even if you take this Trilok food, what we need is we need a large number of recipes. So even for JASIP, my students, we did some Excel sheet and all, because when you have a small variation, if you start doing all the calculations manually and all, and so for some repetitive jobs or even for some ideas, search and all, even artificial intelligence can be employed, because traditional food, I think 10,000 recipes are there. So even to narrow down and put it together, every time it may not be done manually. Robotics also have a scope here, and many youngsters from India, they are also developing simple robots for some kind of repetitive thing. Because like, for example, this boy, everything is not automatic for small scale industry in food, because some products are very thick, some products are slippery. You see my point? So there is some manual intervention. So there even robotics can be doing that. Monotonous job can be done faster, more efficiently, and like that. And in Jalna, we have started new MTech, integrated MTech, where even artificial intelligence, we are trying to teach them through some projects and all. Is the need of the day. Definitely there is scope. And even in marketing, we can have interface with IT and other things. All that is required.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Nilesh, you can sum up. It's almost done. Are there any questions in chat box?
No questions in chat.
We can then summarize.
Ma'am, can I ask a question?
Please, go ahead.
Ma'am, you rightly said that investing in plant and machinery is a tough job, and it also requires working capital also by the manufacturer, whereas sale is very difficult. So in that case, a first generation entrepreneur, can he take the excess capacity product in his or her own name and market it under his or her own brand as a variant, if it is possible, so that that becomes a little more supportive to the one who is doing the processing, and the product reaches the market because the person can have ability to market it as well.
Yes, you can do now, same name. And also you can do what is known as contract manufacturing. This, all these small people, they are open for that. That is, if you want to develop your brand, that can be also done. It's not necessary. So his excess capacity is used. Only thing, his name will be there as manufacturer as per the law, because in case something happens, then you can say, I didn't pack it, I didn't seal it. You see my point? Huh? So it's called white labeling. So that can be also done, and direct such kind of thing. Plus, many times these small and SMEs, they have to be mentally prepared that they will have to take loan from friends and well-wishers for first few years. Because once you are successful, bank also give. This is what even Gaurang experienced. because bank gives for equipment but not for working capital. But after you are seeing success and sustainability after 3 years, then they give for working capital also. So you need friends and mentors, and every parent may not have the ability, na? And already they have supported. Parents should support emotionally. They should not say, "Are kya kar raha hai, job le le." That's all. If they don't have money, they have to give emotional support. Friends, mentors, and other people. First 3 years, he can also take loan. He can give interest, but
Nilesh,
bank
can I
is
say
not
something?
giving loan. That's right.
Yes, sir. Sure.
Not Kondekar, sir.
Yeah. Nice presentation, Professor Lele.
Thank you.
And I had a visit. I had a visit with my students to your Satara plant, and it was wonderfully planned. And I have tested your products there itself, and also carried out some of the products.
Yes.
My students were very happy, and they had some opportunity to interact with Gaurang, and they were happy also, and they may have future entrepreneurship. Thank you. Thank you, Nilesh, and thank you, madam.
You have tested our jamun wine also, Prakash sir. Miss Ruth.
Yeah. That, I was one of the initial tester.
Yes, our jamun wine is actually.
I know.
Very good.
Jamun and mango, both. Yeah.
They're excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello,
हाँ
Dr.
madam.
Lele. Mrs. Shastri here.
हाँ बोला.
Yes.
कशा आहात?
खूप छान concept आणि the most creditable thing is they have already been put in practice. मला I had just put the question in the chat box also. This CASMB, what is exactly the scope of this forum? I would like to know.
Forum. Nilesh, can you add?
Yes.
Because
yes.
it is for acceleration.
I mean,
Nilesh, can
the
you
scope.
add something what
Yeah.
madam is asking?
So what we have observed is most of the chambers or most of these bodies are the likes of FICCI or CI, who are of course doing a lot of fantastic job, but they typically are focusing on the larger entities or bigger companies. There's not a voice for SMEs as such, especially in the food industry, and that is the reason why we have formed this chamber, where we want to, and in fact we have already had one-to-one meeting with Honorable Minister Nitin Gadkari, as well as with Subhash Desai sir, who's the Industries Minister here in Maharashtra, where we want to accelerate and grow the SMEs, because like madam has been saying that it sometimes takes 3 to 5 years for the startups or the SMEs to actually break even. And it's very important that they don't give up in that phase and they go beyond that. So the idea here for forming this chamber is creating an ecosystem where if you need consultants, okay, we'll connect you to the consultants. If you need sales marketing, in fact, the buyer seller meet that we are planning to do, because end of the day, selling is the harder part. Like Trupti had also asked the question, and I mentor a lot of startups. I always tell them, you do it from third party. You get the product done under your brand name, manufactured by ABC, and sell it first. Show me 1 lakh rupees of sale every month. Then we'll talk about setting up your own unit and all those other things. So a lot of these mentorship, a lot of these other challenges that SMEs face is what we are trying to overcome. We are also informally running incubation or incubating a lot of startups. We want to formalize it. In fact, one of the colleges I'll not name it right now because MOU is not in place, have an incubation center in Kharghar, and they have not been able to get startups or incubators. So they want to do an MOU with us to actually manage that incubation center in Kharghar, in Navi Mumbai, near Mumbai. And also Sachin, I don't know if he's here, he's running an accelerator in Kolhapur. So that is also, we have an MOU with them, so that incubating them and leading them all the way up to IPO. In fact, one of the finance related sessions I want to keep is on IPO. Our startups or SMEs just think about tomorrow or 6 months down the line. They never start a business thinking that I should become a listed company or I should take my company all the way to the at least SME IPO. So that's the vision that this chamber has been formed with.
That's nice, very nice. Actually, that is very much needed, and I would congratulate.
Yes,
And
even that concept, even I was not knowing yesterday when the inauguration happened.
Yeah,
It's a very good
yeah.
concept because that critical mass now that needs a
Yeah.
push to sustain.
Yeah.
And I have seen it in all my tech transfers. If they don't sustain, it's like a crystal, it will redissolve. It has happened. So many failures we won't come to know, but people,
Yes.
they will stop 10 more from coming na, because they are seeing that they have
Yes.
shut down. That should not
The
happen.
food industry is like that. It
Yes.
has some very typical features, and they are not like other industry.
No, that's
So,
because I always tell students that, see, it has system time. So something which starts making money in 3 months, it may not be there after 2 years. Food industry will take 5 years, but you will be there for 50 years.
Yeah.
System time, it's chemical engineering.
That is never, that is always be required. Yeah, it's
Simple.
really,
Yes.
yeah.
Yesterday,
Nice
Chittale
concept
Bandhu
and nice
Makarwadi, they
idea.
are saying still 85 years they see they are startup when it comes to new product or new technology. Very true.
Definitely.
Because it is
Definitely.
so challenging. Food
Yeah.
products. Very challenging.
There's always a scope for new product.
Yeah. And sensory, na? Science with sensory.
Yeah,
So
sure.
food is very challenging. Textile may not be that challenging. Food is very
He also made a point, Girish sir, yesterday, that in some of the other things you can always have guinea pigs, but when it comes to food, you cannot have a guinea pig. No? It's human being who has to taste it and have the whole feedback loop and all that. So they
Another
also have,
interesting,
go ahead.
Another interesting thing is the customer already has an image in his mind, and he's trying to match to his image. It's not like others. The people create image for say detergents and all. Remove this stain, remove that stain, give flavor, make softness and all this. So ideas are put into the customer's mind. But in food industry, the customer already has his mind set up.
Yes.
So you have to match him.
That's why machinery
You have to match
design.
him.
Machinery design is a challenge because of that. I'll give you a simple example of chapati. If you make a sheet and cut it and give rectangular chapati, the design is not difficult.
No.
But people say this is not chapati. You cannot modify the product. You have to make the round chapati. Tailor.
Ma'am, can I interrupt? There's a question from Trupti Bhatt. Please talk about trademarks and ways of doing it. SMEs need it.
Trademark.
Okay, so maybe I'll try to answer the question, though I'm not an expert in intellectual property rights. I'll connect you to lawyers who do this, but typically IPR is broadly divided into 4 parts. One is you can have a word mark where you can get only the word copyrighted. The second one is trademark, where it is typically for a logo. So right from the font, the color combination. So logos are typically what gets trademarked. The third comes is copyright, where generally the books or material on the web. So wherever there is written material, that you can get copyrighted. And fourth is the patent part of it, where if you have anything like a process or a product or a molecule, like in pharma industry, you can go for the patenting. So trademark is there is a typical process in place. You can always reach out to the IPR lawyers or the trademark lawyers. Few pointers here is there are different classes under that whole trademark thing. I think there are around 45 classes. First 30 something are for products and last are for services. For food industry, it is 28, 29, 30, 29, 30, 31, 32, and 33 for alcoholic beverages. So if you are, for example, Just Eat is a classical example. I think Just Eat has taken a trademark only in category 28, which was their dehydrated vegetables. And in fact, there is a Just Eat brand cereal bars, because that has been, so Just Eat dehydrated vegetable is under class 29, they have a trademark. And the other cereal bars manufacturer based out of Navi Mumbai has a trademark in class 30. So both of them have a trademark for the same name. Of course, the logos are different, but because they are in different classes, they are not infringing anybody. So another learning out of here is, especially if you want to be in food products, you should ideally block these 4 or 5 classes, so that nobody else in food products will come up with the same brand name and take up a trademark for that. In fact, I know the lawyer who has done for Chakotay Group, and in fact they have blocked all 45 classes for their products. I mean, of course, you need 8 to 10,000 rupees per class to apply for that trademark. So I'm not suggesting startups to do that, but it is always good to protect your intellectual property, because end of the day, we are, especially if you're in a B2C product, you're basically into brand building. So protecting that is definitely the way to go.
There's one question on incubation program.
Detailed session on this if possible, because that will be very helpful.
Yeah, we'll try to have a session on trademarks also, or in general in intellectual property rights. I see Gaurang is also there in.
All your sessions are free. You tell them that.
Yeah, our
It
sessions
will
are
be
free
only for
also.
members, right?
Yeah, right now it's free for everybody.
Yeah. So you can even bring Gaurang and Sai online.
Gaurang is actually there. I see him putting, I saw his message in the chat box. So Gaurang, if you are there, maybe you can unmute yourself.
You can unmute and say hello.
So meanwhile, is it limited only to Maharashtra or anywhere in India, sir, about this training, the free training that you're providing?
Since we are online, it's a good, it's beneficial that, I mean, it's a good thing that we can reach out to everybody across India or even abroad.
Great.
But if you have seen our history and background, we are primarily from Maharashtra or Mumbai and from the food industry. We want to, as a chamber, we want to penetrate into other industries as well as other geographies. I mean, definitely Maharashtra will be our first target, but then we have someone from Gujarat. I don't know if Ms. Arpita is there, but she has volunteered to take our activities forward in Gujarat as well. I have someone in Goa who's going to do it. So the idea is that slowly, steadily, we want to expand, but we don't want to lose our back, you know, so don't want to grow so much that we are not able to manage our operations at the back end. So that's the idea behind it.
I think Gaurang is not there. I also put him message. He can wind up.
Oh, ma'am, I'm here actually.
He's there. Gaurang. Hello.
Hello all.
We can't see you. Video.
Hello.
We can hear you, Gaurang. Maybe you can.
Hi. Thank you all. Actually, yes, sir. Yeah.
Bola. Thoda lag hai, I think, but you can, if possible, start your video also.
Thank you all. Actually, I'm not a student of Udacity. Still, I get the support from Lele ma'am for the technology transfer for developing of dehydrated and retorted product. And after struggling, say 4 or 5 years, initially we had some crunch like GST and demonetization. And later, after 3 years, now we get the good orders from our vendors as well as the government during the Corona session. So thank you, Udacity, ma'am and Nilesh sir, for supporting me in my initial times, as well as always you there for my support for R&D as well as technology support. Thank you.
Thanks, Gaurang. Thanks a lot. So I think we are already at 7:06. I'm sure we had a good session, good start to the technology transfer. And we look forward to you joining us for all our sessions throughout this month, where we want to cover all different aspects of entrepreneurship, right from finance, sales, marketing, technology. And I would personally like to thank Professor Smita Lele, even Dr. Kondekar, who's also on our advisory board. Thanks, Gaurang, also to for joining us. Probably you're in a factory right now. And everybody else who has attended today's session. So we look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. In fact, the link for all sessions throughout this month is going to remain the same login and same user, same ID as well as same password. So with this, I think we'll close the session. Thank you very much.
So kindly keep that thing open tomorrow, where you don't have, the host will not be disturbed by accepting people. There's one option.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Kindly. Thank you so much. It was wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.